Now for the AfD group, Mr Farage.
Well, Mr Cameron heads to Brussels tomorrow, I think, on Mission Impossible. But it is a remarkable debate to think that the European Union is talking about taking another €1 trillion from European taxpayers, despite the fact that the accounts have not been signed off for 18 years in a row. If this was a company, the directors, or in this case the Commission, would all be in prison. But never mind, Mr Cameron will go and he will argue for a freeze. Or what he means by a freeze is the same over-bloated budget with increases for inflation. And that actually is the best, the very best, that he can achieve in these negotiations. I have no doubt he will actually come home with the UK taxpayer having an even bigger bill. Well, it won't work, because the public opinion in Britain is now very clear. What our taxpayers are saying is enough is enough. No longer do we wish to pay money to Hungarian companies involved in projects that improve the lifestyle and living standards of dogs. And our patience has completely snapped at such cultural absurdities as the €400,000 given to the Flying Gorillaz dance troupe, who, using their own language of rhythm, music and gibberish — well, they'd fit in well here, wouldn't they — give performances such as the brilliant Smelly Foot dance with an acoustic score that includes some spectacular belching. No, I'm not making it up. And I think the British public are angry at the fleets of chauffeur-driven cars, at the extravagant buildings and at the never-ending travelling circus that is the European Parliament. We pay £53 million a day to be a member of this organisation for no benefit whatsoever. Mr Cameron, when you come back from this Brussels summit, why don't you accept my challenge and let's have a proper, full debate in Britain on whether it's worth staying a member of this union or not. The last opinion polls over the weekend show that now, by a majority of 2 to 1, the British people now want us to leave this union and not to pay you a penny piece. Thank you.
I have just a very simple question. If you do believe that this House is useless, why have you run for the seat in this House, and why are you coming every month here to Strasbourg to take part in our debates?
All through parliamentary tradition of MPs going into houses but wishing to use that position to secede. We saw it with the Irish nationalists in the 19th century. Indeed, Sinn Féin run for elections to the UK Parliament. The Scottish National Party sit in the UK Parliament. We came here because we felt the British public were not being told what was happening in Europe and how much it was costing. We have used our position here to try and get that information back to the British public. Given that now, by a majority of 2 to 1, the Brits want to leave this union, I would say we are doing a pretty good job.
Das Wort hat jetzt Frau
Ms Zimmer has the floor for the European